Hello there, it's just me, your old buddy Grizzly Jim. Now I know I haven't done a video like this in a little while. I've been kind of slumming it with the target archers, but I wanted to come back and do something that was a little bit more on brand, well on brand for me anyway, and that's discuss something that's a little bit more traditional archery related, and that is addressing a question that I get asked quite a lot, the guys in the shop get asked quite a lot. And that is, should I use a tab or a glove? And the short answer is it doesn't really matter as long as you're comfortable with it and you shoot what works for you. If you are to go into any sort of online forum and ask the question, undoubtedly you will almost 100% of the time get the answer a tab. People will say a tab is better than a glove. And I probably agree with them. A tab, I find personally, you get a much cleaner release with a tab than you do a glove. I mean, a tab, you've got multiple layers of material that are really going to help that sort of slide off the string nicely. Where with a glove, you tend to only have one level of reinforcement, so that doesn't move along itself. It is just what it is. It just protects your fingers. So technically, you are going to get a much cleaner release from a tab. Do I use a tab? No, I use a glove. I've used a glove for a very long time. I have used both tab and glove. I personally feel using a glove, I'm far more in control of the shot than I am with a tab. I tend to, and I always have done when I use a tab, because you have multiple layers of material. When I'm at full draw and I'm really in there and I make a release, depending on sort of the sort of tab I'm using, this material can sometimes flick my nose, and that distracts me a little bit and it causes a little bit of a flinch. So I don't actually like using a tab for that reason, but you do get a much cleaner, smoother release from a tab. Gloves, I like them. They fit my hand very well. Although I tend to struggle trying to find a glove that fits. That's your big problem. But it's on your hand. You don't have to worry about it. You're not going to lose it. When I used a tab, I was always losing tabs. A glove tends to sort of hug my hand quite nicely. And if you've used it for a bit, your oils get in there and it gets a little bit softer, a little bit more supple. And it also helps you sort of pull arrows out and whatnot, and you don't have to worry about it. It's on there, it's simple. With my archery, I've always tried to keep things as simple as possible, and the less equipment I can sort of take with me, the better. The chances of losing a tab are quite high for me anyway, so I always migrated to a glove, but I always felt like I was in a little bit more control of the string with the glove over the tab. But at the end of the day, try both. If you come and see us, you can try them out, see what works best, see what sort of fits you the best. Size-wise, you don't really want a great deal of material, whether it's a glove or a tab. You don't want too much material hanging over your fingers. That's going to foul up the string and stop you from getting a really clean release. But once you try a few tabs on, once you try a few gloves on, you'll know what works. And there are people that will sort of, they're a bit down on gloves, and but I've had some amazing scores, some amazing shots with a glove. You can make a good shot with either. It's just whatever you're comfortable with. Like I say, I prefer the glove. I'm in a little bit more control, but yes, on paper you will get a cleaner release out of a tab. As long as it fits you. But come see us, try on a tab, try on a glove, take a few shots with each, see what works for you, and then go from there. And that's all I have to say on the matter, really. It's a simple question that requires a simple answer, but there you go. I hope that was useful anyway. But it's good being back this side of the desk and not having to share it with somebody. But anyway, you take care, you shoot straight, and I shall see you on the internet. Bye-bye.